We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Jeremy. Jeremy is in the very early stages of his home theater design. He's considering viewing angles and screen size options. The wall he's considering for the screen could fit up to a 135-inch screen. You say that, but did you think about your center channel? Just going to throw that out there.
Physically.
But at his 10-foot seeing distance, 135 inches would be 52.2 degree field of view. Is it crazy to consider that big of a screen? Should you go down to 100 inches in a 39.9 degree field of view? Which is much closer to the THX recommendation. All right, Jeremy. No one can answer this question for you, sir. I think 52.2 is insane. I think that's very big. But you may not. How do you know?
Some people like that.
That's right. We've had more than one person on this podcast ask us questions and end up with that being what they like. What do you do? It's very easy. Go to a theater, right? And we've seen this before. It's actually... what I've said before many times is you paste yourself down to the screen, then you paste yourself from one end of the screen to the other, you count the number of steps. Someone very astutely pointed out that most of these places have ceiling tiles. Count the tiles from directly above you to the screen, then count the number of tiles from one side of the screen over to the other side of the screen. That is your ratio.
Yes.
That's what you want.
Yeah, it's the width of the screen to the distance from the screen to you. That's
Once
the ratio.
you figure that out, then you figure out that you're sitting 10 feet
10
away.
feet?
Then you know what your horizontal distance is. Now all you have to do is figure out what your vertical one is, or just search Projector Central or whatever for not project.
You figured out the width, so divide the width by 16 and then multiply that by 9, and now you have the height.
There you go.
Yeah, and then Pythagoras, right?
Yep.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So there you go. That would give you your diagonal. Yeah.
And then get
52.
Then get the screen size that's a little bit bigger than that one. That's what I would say. Whatever that standard screen size. Like if it's 118 inches diagonal, then you get the 120.
It can be unpleasant to look at a screen that is larger than you like to look at. That can be unpleasant.
Just a couple of inches. I'm saying. I mean, but if it's like, 90. If it's like 102, then you go with 100.
Right.
Yeah.
So a 52-degree field of view, it's not crazy. It's not what I would prefer.
No.
If I were sitting 10 feet away from a screen, I'd go for 110-inch. That would be my preference. But that's me, and I know what I like. So you might like larger, you might like smaller. There's no wrong answer to that. This is your screen. This is your theater. But yeah, figure out that ratio, distance from you to the screen versus the width of the screen, and go from there.
Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.